The city was Constantinople. It shimmered on the Bosphorus, a jewel of the ancient world. This was the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as Byzantium. Here, power and faith met. Emperor Justinian I was ruler. He had a grand vision, a vision of immense scale. Before his great church, others stood on this very spot. The first was called Megale Ecclesia, meaning the great church. Fires and riots damaged them. The Nika riots were terrible. They happened in 532 AD. Much of the city burned and the existing church was destroyed. Justinian saw an opportunity. He wanted to build anew, something truly magnificent, a building to astound everyone. It would show God's glory and display imperial power. This church would be unique, larger than anything before it, more beautiful than words could say. It was a statement, a testament to his reign. Justinian chose two brilliant minds. Anthemius of Tralles was one, and Isidorus of Miletus was the other. They were not just builders, they were masters of geometry. They understood physics deeply. They faced an enormous task to create a dome so vast, a dome that seemed to float. Their genius would shape history. The design was revolutionary. Nothing like it had been seen. The great dome was central. It soared high above the city. It seemed to hang from heaven, a golden chain from the sky. This was achieved with pendentives, curved triangles of masonry. They transferred the dome's weight to the massive piers below. The building was enormous. Its scale was breathtaking. The dome itself was huge, over 31 meters wide. It rose 55 meters high. The nave was vast and open. Light streamed in everywhere. Materials came from far lands, marble of many colors, porphyry, green and purple. Inside, beauty filled every space. Gold mosaics covered walls and shimmered in the vaults. They depicted saints and angels, emperors and empresses too. Light was a key element. 40 windows pierced the dome's base, creating a ring of light. The interior glowed softly. It felt like a divine space. The structure was an experiment. It pushed ancient engineering to its absolute limits. Earthquakes often shook the region. The dome collapsed partially once. It was rebuilt even higher. Great buttresses were added later to support the massive walls. Hagia Sophia has endured, a marvel of human skill. For nearly 1,000 years, Hagia Sophia was a church, the main church, in fact, of the Eastern Orthodox faith. It was the seat of power for the Patriarch of Constantinople. He was the spiritual leader. Imperial ceremonies took place here. Coronations of new emperors, royal weddings were celebrated. Imagine the services held within, the air thick with incense, choirs singing heavenly music, priests in shining robes. Processions moved slowly through the vast, echoing space. Worshippers felt deep awe. They believed they were in God's presence. It was a symbol of their faith, a beacon of Orthodox Christianity. The church housed many relics. These were sacred objects believed to have holy power, pieces of the true cross, items linked to saints. Pilgrims came from all over to pray near these treasures. Legends and stories grew around Hagia Sophia's sanctity. It was a spiritual heartland. It witnessed so much history. Great triumphs were celebrated. Moments of crisis endured. Theological debates unfolded here. Church councils made decisions that shaped Christian doctrine. Hagia Sophia stood silent, watching emperors rise and fall. It saw empires change, a constant in a changing world. Section 4. A new chapter, a new faith, the Ottoman transformation. The year 1453 was pivotal. Constantinople faced a siege. The Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed II, led his powerful army. The city fought bravely, but eventually it fell. A new era began for the city and for Hagia Sophia too. Sultan Mehmed rode into the city. He was young and ambitious. He went directly to the great church. Hagia Sophia amazed him, its size, its beauty, its history. He knew its importance. He made a swift decision. This magnificent building would become a mosque, the main imperial mosque of his new capital city. It was a powerful symbol. Changes were made carefully. Christian symbols were altered. Mosaics were not destroyed, but many were plastered over or covered with whitewash. Islamic features were added. A mihrab to show Mecca's direction, a minbar for the Friday sermon. Calligraphic roundels were hung, bearing names from Islamic tradition. 4 tall minarets rose one by one around the structure. They changed its skyline forever. These slender towers pierced the sky. From them, the call to prayer would echo across Istanbul 5 times each day. Hagia Sophia, now Hagia Sophia, became central to Ottoman life, a place of Islamic worship. Section 5. a bridge between eras, Hagia Sophia as a museum for the world. Centuries passed under Ottoman rule. Empires rose and empires fell. The Ottoman Empire ended after World War I. A new nation was born, the Republic of Turkey. Its founder, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, envisioned a modern, secular state. In 1935, Hagia Sophia was transformed into a museum for all people, from all nations and faiths. Restoration began, revealing Byzantine mosaics and Islamic art. Hagia Sophia became a symbol of cultural understanding. Millions of visitors marveled at its architecture and history, a jewel of world heritage. Section 6. Echoes of the past, voices of the present, recent changes and debates. The museum era lasted decades. Hagia Sophia was peaceful, a place of history and art, but some voices began to rise. They wanted a change. They wished for Hagia Sophia to be a mosque once more. This debate grew over time. In 2020, the Turkish government made a significant decision. Hagia Sophia's museum status was revoked by a court ruling. It was to become a mosque again. This news spread worldwide. It brought varied reactions. Some celebrated the change, others expressed deep concern. New arrangements were put in place for its use as a mosque. Prayers are now held regularly. During these prayer times, the Christian mosaics are covered, usually with white curtains or special lighting techniques. Outside of prayer times, visitors can still enter to see the historic building. Hagia Sophia's identity today is a subject of discussion. Is it primarily a mosque? Is it a historical monument? Can it be both things fully? Its story continues to unfold. It reflects ongoing conversations about heritage and its meaning in our complex modern world. Its future path is watched closely. Section 7. The enduring wonder, Hagia Sophia's timeless legacy today. Despite all its changes, Hagia Sophia remains iconic, a UNESCO World Heritage Site recognized for its universal value. Its name is known globally, a landmark of human creation. It has stood for centuries, through empires and earthquakes, a silent, strong survivor. Its dome still inspires awe. It evokes powerful emotions for people of different faiths and diverse cultural backgrounds. A symbol of spiritual devotion, of imperial ambition, of incredible artistic skill. For many, it is a sacred place, a destination for pilgrimage or a journey into the past. Its stones whisper many stories. Hagia Sophia teaches us much about the flow of history, the rise and fall of powers, the meeting of civilizations, the way religions can interact, sometimes in conflict, sometimes not. It shows the need